we've been on this journey together and got him in this position, and he's preparing meticulously to make sure he gets the job done. I think he's going to do it. We're going over there full of confidence to beat Devon Alexander. 5 weeks to go, and just in phenomenal shape, and really ready to go and make a huge name for himself on the other side of the Atlantic.
Obviously there was a minor scare with an injury. How much of a relief was it to get the extension for the fight?
It was a big relief, and thanks to Golden Boy and Showtime for allowing that, because we could have been in a difficult position, but he wouldn't have done himself justice going out there at 60 or 70%, because Alexander's that good, and it is a 50-50 fight, so you've got to go over there 100% and have the tenacity to rip it from Alexander. So over the moon, and probably that's the worst thing that could have happened for Alexander, because to give him this extra time, it's just going to take him up a level.
Devon Alexander keeps mentioning the Carson Jones fight. Kell hadn't even warmed up in the Saldivia fight. How big of a shock do you think it's going to be for him?
A huge shock, because when he feels that ramrod jab straight down his pipe, he's going to really feel it. And I hope people do watch the Carson Jones fight, because that wasn't even 30% Kell Brook that night. So Saldivia fight you can't know too much from. You just have to look at the size of him and the shape of him to see what kind of form he was in. But that ramrod jab knocked Saldivia out. So Alexander's a much better fighter than Saldivia, but he's just not going to be able to live with his strength. I really don't think he will, and I think Kell will manhandle him in that ring, because he wants it so bad. You saw what Alexander did against Bailey, and he spoiled the fight and he ran, because Bailey can whack. So I think he'll try and do the same kind of thing against Kell. Kell will get hit, because he's sharp, and Alexander's a class act. But I think when they're trading punches and exchanging strength on the inside, he'll feel the difference. And he's going to be asked a lot of questions in that fight, Alexander. And there's a blueprint to beat him through the Bradley fight, and Kell needs to be that kind of animal. So there's no excuses from anyone. He's got the best team, the best preparation. Now it's up to him, and he's going to go and do it.
As a team, you always had this plan for Kell. He was always going to be the mandatory. Are you really pleased that Alexander's taken the fight instead of relinquishing the title?
I am, because he could have had a fight for the mandatory against a much easier opponent, and he wouldn't have got the same respect. To go over to America and beat a Yank on his home turf makes him a global superstar. Live on Sky, live on Showtime, and he's going to turn himself into a huge star by winning out in America. You see him from a kid who wasn't really that confident, walking out in Hillsborough Leisure Centre in front of 1,400 people against Lovemore and Do. A lot has changed, but he deserves it. I mean, he's a class act, he's special talent, and he's only getting what he deserves now. But now he's got to go out and grab it.